Check this out.
I don't. That's not gonna happen. They never cross the whole time.
What are you talking
It's a Ghostbusters reference, dude.
You never cross out.
about? I was making a Ghostbusters.
He's just making a
reference.
Ghostbusters reference, my man.
I don't care. Okay. Okay, everything's good. All right. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Lestronos podcast. We have me, Chris,
Shorty.
Taylor.
and we have a guest by the name of
Trevor.
So, welcome, Trevor.
Why are you so nervous? Don't look so nervous.
Because he just got here and we're recording in 5 seconds.
I mean, yeah, there was no like. I love how you allowed me and Shorty to just prep work it and chill out and be cool, and then BDT steps in the room and you go, "It's time to fucking roll."
Well, I mean, like, we just hit record and just grab the mics, call it. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna cut the first 20 minutes of this.
Oh, fuck yeah.
just
Don't
for the
worry.
fun of it.
Oh, yeah.
Trevor, I would move your seat back that way more.
Yeah. You might want to move. You shut the door real quick.
Well, there's no pressure, Trevor.
No pressure whatsoever.
It's just being recorded.
Look, yeah, but if you looked at the things we talked about, we're just shooting the shit, and it's just for fun.
Yeah.
It's to relax in a way. It's also a good excuse to just come together.
So
It's like people that want to work on a shed together in the 70s. You didn't get any further on the shed. You just cracked beers and you drank and you hammered some wood.
Amen.
kind of like King of the Hill type of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Is that more about like mobile and stuff?
no. No. By the way, talk close by the mic. We're like right here, by the way, so everybody can hear you.
Gotcha.
You speak to it like it's a drink and you're just about to drink it, and then your words come out to it. Do you want to swap mics because there's too much hair on that one?
I'm pretty sure they have the same amount of hair.
Didn't your dogs piss on
fair.
this?
Not my dogs. The fucking cat.
Not my dogs. I pissed on it.
The fucking cat did, like, for real.
Christopher Piss on Mike's Lemus have done my work today.
No, but I managed to salvage them. There wasn't even any damage whatsoever. It was just these that managed to soak most of it up. So I actually went through the process of cleaning the fuck out of
Yeah.
them.
Man,
A lot of boiling water.
crazy. Cat bladders, not that full of liquid.
It was also my fault because like I left like the container open. I didn't really think the cat was gonna go in there and just mess.
Well, the cat saw, soft material for me to bury my feces in. Oh, wait, nope, just gotta piss.
Oh my god. I was ready. I had everything ready. Then I found out that they were drenched and I was very, very disappointed.
And they're good with only minor smell.
Minor smell.
Man, now that you're telling me these smell like piss, I'm glad I have anosmia.
The fuck is that?
Anosmia?
Don't worry, they're not.
It's when your nose doesn't smell very well.
So basically nose blind.
It's like blindness of the nose, yeah. Just like you can be legally blind but still see things.
Smell my finger.
No.
Okay.
I can still tell density. So like there's times where I've ripped a nasty one. I'm like, the air feels different.
Mhm. It's a hot air.
And I'm like, wait, hold on. Okay, no, it does smell. It takes me a second to go, oh, it does smell worse. It's
got
like
to.
I feel it and then it has to soak in before the smell hits me. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's bad.
Like it changes the pH of the room.
Yeah, like if I went into a mine shaft, I think I could be the canary without dying. I'd be like, it smells heavier. We're running out of oxygen. Step back. And the canary's like, wait, way to go, champ. I would have died on that.
Jesus.
What do you guys got to talk about today? Or anything interesting happening all this week?
I don't know. I didn't get to see Trevor for a while.
Yeah, it's been.
And we didn't get to talk before recording.
Yeah, we
what's
haven't
up,
gotten
Trevor?
to catch up with Trevor, so it's going to force the guy who's the most nervous about talking on a mic to talk on a mic for 2 hours.
I mean, we can cut it to an hour.
Because we just want to hold our dear Trevor tight because he never gets to see us, ever.
At least I feel appreciated now.
Okay, we love you.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
yeah, we fuck with you, dude. You're cool as
genuinely, I believed you to be a friend when we worked together.
Yeah. Friendly.
Yeah. I mean, other than the obvious bullying I gave you,
fuck.
yes.
Dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
28 Days Later reference. If I still remember. You did a joke because
yeah.
about
Okay.
the Travis Scott thing and like You're like, I forgot how it went though. You said like there's people on the floor or some shit like that. I was like,
Yeah, I was probably like half asleep and it just slipped out.
I was asleep too. But
I'm worried about.
That kind. I saw that look.
I'm worried about how often y'all were working not awake.
third shift sucks.
Third shift does suck.
I'm tired.
I only ever fell asleep on the line a couple times.
Trevor is a habitual not sleeper.
Wait, what?
You never slept when we worked.
No.
You were always tired.
Every day, like, got 2 hours.
Yeah.
I would take naps in the bathroom. Like,
We know.
Hey, listen, I'm a master of the 5-minute bathroom nap. That shit carries you through a night.
yeah, I remember when you told me like.
The exact fucking lean to do. Yeah, of like this is how it displaces the weight, so you can just nod off.
It was perfect though, for real. I just
Oh, it's so good.
I sat down on the toilet, like I didn't even use the bathroom. I just like bent over, and I was passed out most of the time. It really did help in crunches, though. 5-minute naps are great. But so, do you guys have anything to talk about?
You're the host, motherfucker.
Hey,
Well, the only thing I can talk about recently is that we just started watching the Fallout TV show, and it's not bad. It's well written. Todd Howard and his sweet little lies got him on a TV show, so.
I mean, at this point, it's just like that's an IP that doesn't have a show yet. Oh, and we can just use a bunch of old like garbage shit from all of our other like post-apocalyptic shows. Can we just do that? And Todd Howard's like, "Do you have some stuff from the 50s, maybe?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we got tons of shit from the 50s, dog." And he's like, "Cool." Yeah, you have to hold.
How am I supposed to? Is there
No,
etiquette
hold,
for this?
hold on, time out,
No,
time out.
no.
He's holding it at an appropriate distance to not breathe on the mic before speaking, which is good.
You just look so uncomfortable.
What the fuck do I do with this?
Did you just hold it on?
Just hold it.
Yeah.
I just forget about it.
See, you probably that's like your beer stance. So like you just rest it on your chest.
God, I hope this isn't my beer stance. I'm really bad at drinking beers, guys.
But anyway, going back to the Fallout TV
Fallout.
show is pretty funny. The Ghoul is by far my favorite character so far. You know, he kills it.
I think there's an underlying thing of like, hey, we have a character that's technically representing a minority. You have to make him either the funniest character or the most badass character, and that's it. You are not allowed to fuck this character up because they're technically our minority character.
The thing is, wait, so, oh, okay, never mind. I got you. I understand now. It took me a minute.
You good, big dog?
Yeah.
That was an allegory about racism, and like we can't accidentally be racist. Like it wasn't complicated. Did
I
you
didn't
smoke
get it.
something before?
Yes, I
didn't
did.
get it either.
What do you?
Ghoul. Do you know what a ghoul is in Fallout?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
It's an irradiated like human being. So they're zombies.
They technically ghouls are normal people who've been irradiated so much. Eventually, though, that ghoulism takes over and they become kind of like a wild animal.
Mhm.
So they are
Ghoulism.
ostracized like leper colonies.
Uh-huh.
So they're like pushed to the side and being like, we don't want you anywhere near us because we feel threatened that you may randomly become incredibly violent at any time.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
And the shit
Brain's
that,
just rotting.
and like the thing is in Fallout the TV show, it takes place after Fallout 4, so like you know years and years and shit like that. It takes place like 4 years, and after Fallout 4, but there's so much shit being introduced as well because it's also part of the whole lore now. That whole TV show it's introducing a lot more things, more information about what's going on in the world of Fallout. It's fucking great. I like it because I've been getting into the lore recently. Fucking dark. It's really fucking dark.
Yeah, Fallout isn't a bunch of good people.
Oh no. And if they got the music sounding dark as shit, then it's my shit right now. So that's what I've been into right now.
Just from the previews, though, it looks like they're going for like the ridiculous, kind of funny. I don't know.
Dude, you're on point about that.
I haven't seen any of it.
It's worth it.
How's their racism towards the Chinese? Because that's very important to Fallout.
It is. It's a staple. It's a staple for the whole franchise.
So a big thing was with Fallout
Mhm.
is nuclear war happened during the Cold War. Big one. And everyone went into Fallout shelters. And
Mhm.
it's usually a story of someone coming out of one of these privately made Fallout shelters is how you start most Fallout games.
Yeah, I played one.
Wow.
Not very much of it.
Was it 3 you played, or New Vegas, or
I don't know.
4 or 76? Or
I think it was 4.
okay.
4 is, I would say, like a really easy introduction to get into playing Fallout 4 or Fallout in general.
Fallout 4 is an incredibly easy introduction to playing Fallout 4.
Well,
In fact, I'd say it's the only introduction to playing Fallout 4.
I only played it for like 20 minutes, and then my mom took it over, and I was like, anything my mom's playing, I'm not gonna play. She just ruined it.
Huh.
I got when I was playing Fallout, it got boring at first because I didn't really care to take the time and actually go into reading the rest of the lore until like recently, and I've now grown to appreciate it. Like when it comes to its like lore about the whole vaults, what's going on with the ghouls, the Force evolutionary virus, and all that shit. That shit's interesting to me. I didn't really think about it till recently to get into it, but I like it.
I thought it was boring as fuck. I never give a shit about the lore. I never read shit. The gameplay was boring as fuck.
So, Fallout started in the generation where lore was fun in the aspect of like you would get a book in the game and start reading it in the game because that was how you padded a game out for hours.
Mm-hmm.
Was you were like, there's this interesting story that you can find secretly. Okay, cool. That'll make them spend 7 more hours in the game and make it feel like this purchase was worth it. All right. And all I had to do was type words.
No, not this one. My ADD is not gonna sit through that.
The only question I like about that a lot of people still ask is who shot the first bomb, though. It was never implied like who shot it first.
I mean, in that world, I'd have to believe America did it.
But also, this was like when China was also like in a battle right now during that time in the lore.
Yeah, I mean,
Wasn't in like Fallout 4, the Chinese submarine was like right off the coast.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it look like they fired first.
but with the story, it's all of the Fallout shelters were through privatized industry, so it's kind of like there's a big incentive to get a false flag fire, to shoot one, to find a way to have one shot, to put everyone in that scared of like, oh, it is happening, I do need to get into a Fallout shelter. And it probably from there just like domino affected or tripped over itself into, oh, whoops, we accidentally started the fight.
So fake news and
Like that just seems like the kind of thing they'd go for with that game is like, yeah, the bad guy was capitalism, which is like, okay, yeah, that's the story you've been telling since the first one, so.
Bottle caps. I was gonna ask you, do you have the idea of telling the story of the Mormons about your kidnapping?
Oh, getting kidnapped by Mormons.
Yes, that's the story.
Yeah, I don't really remember a lot of this, but yeah, essentially I was kidnapped by Mormons. And I used to go out to Arizona every summer and Christmas. And I was never able to see my dad, but I stayed with my grandparents. And my grandma, we call her the Black Widow because she's married like 6 times and only one person survived. Like they all had money and they all died pretty quickly.
Damn.
Except for my dad's dad.
So like spontaneous combustion?
One of them died of
murder.
like
She
fluid in
ghosts
the
them in the
lungs.
night?
No, the one I remember
slow
was
poisoning.
Fast poisoning, actually.
Yeah, wasted no time.
I don't know. It could be under investigation. But one time I went out there and she was like, "You're gonna go to school here," and then I started going to school there, and then my mom was like, "Where the fuck is my son?" Because I just never came back. And then my dad showed up at that place and was like beating down the door, called the cops on him. And then the cops stayed for her because they realized I shouldn't have been there. And eventually I got shipped back home.
So wait, hold on. In that story, I'm very confused. Did your father come to get you, or was there
To see me.
Okay,
But he was not okay.
all right. But like, was it dude who's messed up stepping in to like get you because you were supposed to not be there anymore, and he was
I don't
like
know.
trying to be a good guy, or is it just like he was just there to see you?
Like, apparently they did not even tell my dad that I was there. And he found out somehow, and then he was like, "I'm going to see my son." And apparently my grandma was like, thought I would do better with them, but their church was like 3 hours long, and I wasn't into that shit.
I'm a very devout Christian. I ain't going to fucking 3 hours of church.
I swear to God, we spent half the day there.
Like, dog.
I was about to ask, how do Mormons play into this?
Oh, she was Mormon. My grandma.
So
But inverse Mormon, where she has multiple
yeah,
husbands.
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, they don't do the
Polygamy?
polygamy anymore.
Well, hold on. Sister Wives is a show that still exists.
I mean, I asked her about it. I was like, "Why don't y'all do polygamy?" And apparently, some people split off and did their own thing.
We're Mormons, but not the cult Mormons, we swear.
No, they are. Fuck that shit.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy though, for real thing.
I enjoy hearing these stories of just like how absolutely boring my life was throughout my childhood. Because like all I got were parents who said, "Hey, you see your 3 older siblings and how they're turning out?" And I went, "Yeah." And they went, "We're gonna put you through the exact same shit. Best of luck."
So you're the youngest?
Yeah. We went on the exact same vacations that my older siblings went through. And that's not like a terrible thing. It's just very strange. Because like my oldest brother has some issues talking to women and some problems. And my sister got out of the house as fast as she could and constantly fought with my parents. And my older middleest brother was a germaphobe and didn't like being in photographs or touching people. And they just went, "We're putting you through the same rigmarole. You're going to turn out way better than them. Don't worry. We're going to do the exact same shit." And it's like, I don't think that's how that works at all.
And you had both parents?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
What's that like?
Yeah.
oh, hey, I'll give you a hint. Not real different. I mean, there were just 2 people in the building.
So absentee parents?
I like to refer to it as they are very good people who have no idea how to parent children. Because if I watch them talk to people on the street, or I watch someone walk up and needed money, or walked up and was like, "Hey, my lawnmower broke down. Can I see you're mowing a yard? Do you mind mowing mine as well?" And they'd step in and they'd do good things. And then it's like, "Hey, I don't really want to play basketball. You're playing basketball till you're 14. It's just like, okay. And it's just things of like, that you could probably point me in a direction of something I want to do. But it's just like, no, you're doing this thing because I know how to do this thing. So I'm going to make you do the thing that I know how to do. And you're going to like it. And I was like, I really don't. But like, it's such a minor thing, but it's also just, I had no aspirations until I was like 17, because I was just like walking down the road that I was gripped and being pushed down. And like, I also had to I learned the term in group therapy of the pain Olympics, where it's like the moment you start talking about a situation that hurts you, you can't look at it as a competition, because there will always be someone else who like is hurt more than you,
Mm-hmm.
but also like, hey dog, you're hurt. You need to fix the thing that's hurt. Don't worry about getting gold medal in the pain Olympics. You don't have to be the highest tier of pain before you need to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Which was helpful in group therapy because all of the other people there had stories that were way more like in your face abusive than mine.
Yeah, that's cool. I thought Pain Olympics was where like they cut off their dicks.
Like squishing between panes of glass.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's like a physical pain Olympics, but this was a metaphorical pain Olympics.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it helped me out a lot in high school after they caught me.
Caught you?
Caught you?
Yeah. I guess I never told you guys. Yeah, when I was in high school, I left. Like I set the keys to my truck down to my friend and said, I'm gone, and just started walking down the road, just being like, something will happen to me or I'll die.
So you just went straight full Forrest Gump.
Yeah, pretty much. I hadn't watched the movie by then, but I was just like,
How long were you just walking?
Not that long because I was like, I'm gonna get hungry, and I went into a Dollar General and bought a box of cereal and a gallon of water, and started walking, and then like less than an hour, there's a police car just screaming. I'm like, oh, well, fuck. And they stop, and I'm like, and I look to my left, and there's like a fence, and I'm like, I can start jumping that fence, but can I jump that fence before they tase me? Because I'm not sure they'll do that. But, and by then he's already out and looking at me like, what you doing here, son? I'm like, oh, fuck. So I get dragged back, and yeah, eventually it's just like,
Then you had to do group therapy?
both my parents are crying, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to fucking be here, and I'm fucked up, and they're like, oh, you're just like your sister. I'm like, that's not a thing you should tell me. That's not a thing you should say out loud. In fact, that's not helpful at all.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked. Yeah, apparently I lived a traumatic life, but it doesn't really feel like it because it was always fun. And my wife says I thrive in chaos. Like, I love when shit is getting crazy.
Well, it's like, if you're forced to climb the aggro crag every day, it's like, that is a fun activity of climbing. Do you know what the aggro crag is?
Nope.
All right, so Nickelodeon had this kids activity section of like game shows, and one was very physically. The aggro crag was where like you would climb it and it would shoot steam, and it was like rock climbing like sort of kind of contest.
Mm-hmm.
And things would come out and you'd slip and fall into slime and stuff, and it was fun. But it's just like, it was a highly exciting thing that's very challenging though.
Mm-hmm.
So like you had things that happened that were very challenging, but to you they were at least exciting and challenging.
Oh yeah.
Rather than like if every day you woke up and there was sand in your shoes, it'd just be like, this fucking sucks. This is
That's a
the
good analogy.
goddamn worst. Having sand in between your toes every moment of the day.
Me and my mom used to technically sell drugs at Belk.
At Belk?
Mm-hmm.
Why Belk?
The employees.
No.
More
So
specifically, like the
right.
shoe section.
So you didn't sell it in a Belk, you sold it to the Belk,
No, in the Belk.
but to the employees.
Yeah. They sold shoes like a motherfucker.
Good for them.
Like one girl would like, one time she was sitting in the back of our car, and she like crushed up lower tabs snorting it, and then went in and was selling shoes and had to go in the back and throw up and come back up. She was crazy as fuck.
Damn.
She tried to fuck one of my friends.
Wait, fuck with one of your friends?
No, she tried to fuck one of my friends.
Oh.
It's crazy.
For drugs or just because?
I think just because.
The dick's good on lower tabs.
Okay.
Or so I've heard.
That sounded like a...
I have a bit on this show where I really talk like I've done a lot more sex than I actually have.
More masturbating than sex, apparently.
Well, yeah, I learned how to do it way too young.
Yeah.
Thank you, a cousin who I will not name.
I thought you were gonna say a pastor or some shit.
This girl's gone wild commercials.
Those fuzzy channels. All you get is like the noise. I'm fucking old.
No, it's
You
cool.
watch
I know.
porn with static?
Well, okay, so
It's the closest
hold
I
on.
got when I was young.
There were pay-per-view channels that served porn, but if you were on a public broadcast, you could flip to those channels, but there was a thing that made it fuzzy.
Mm.
So occasionally you'd be fucking jerking it so right, trying to wait for the moment that fuzz disappears, you get to see a boob.
Oh my god. No, I just saw the Girls Gone Wild commercials late at night.
Spike TV,
Just
Spike
chill.
TV.
And,
Yeah,
M-
answers
and
and shit.
MTV, I'm pretty sure.
Really? I wasn't watching MTV. I was watching a Spike TV mostly for TNA. The wrestling thing, not for the tits and ass, but
I mean, it was a wrestling program that
it
called
showed-
itself Tits and Ass. It was.
dude, it was fucking dirty. I didn't realize how dirty that show was. After WWE went PG, me and my younger brother went and go watch TNA just for curiosity. And compared to that, we were like, that shit's really like, it's like WWE when we were kids, like when we were younger. I loved it. This shit was funny. And mostly terrible.
Did you
I
ever
mean,
get-
professional wrestling as a whole to me is terrible in a way that's fun.
I've never really seen it.
It's just a man soap opera. That's the
Yeah,
best.
I know what it is.
Well, yeah, it's just a soap opera predicated with violence instead of half knowledgeable children.
Oh man.
So Spanish soap opera with violence just sounds better.
Yeah, it's. I would rather watch wrestling than soap operas.
Dusty Rhodes was funny as fuck. I've been watching some of his promos and shit, and he got that
You-
charisma.
You go to the the late '80s promos where they're still fucking coked out and cracked out on drugs. It's so fucking funny. Just any of the promos on the people who were whacked out.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of
Like Hulk
Ric
Hogan
Flair.
or like
Hulk Hogan had some decent ones. He was mostly face, so he didn't really get as insulting as others. But like Macho Man Randy Savage
yeah, that's the next one.
would fucking break into some shit.
Ric Flair, of course.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Prominent example of like talking shit. Dusty as well, but he was more like for the people type of guy, and he got that charisma and shit. Flair, bring that old cashmere sweater out. That shit always makes me laugh when I see it.
The biggest thing I remember from the '90s is Booker T accidentally calling Hulk Hogan the N-word. So
What?
funny. Yeah, it was
That's
a promo,
crazy.
and they were. He was him and his teammate shooting down Hulk. I believe it was Hulk Hogan. I may have that incorrect, but Booker T was like, "Yeah, get ready, something, coming for you," and then he says it because I'm not going to say it though,
Mhm.
because without Tony's permission, I definitely wouldn't say it here. That's one of those words that even in this place I ain't gonna say.
But
But essentially, that happens, and he gets slowly pulled away by his manager to the side as his teammate steps in to talk, and you can see Booker T's face going, "Oh God, no! Oh, I fucked up! I fucked up! I fucked up!" And his manager's patting him on the back, being like, "It's okay, buddy. We're gonna get you through this. I know you said that word you weren't supposed to on live television. You're gonna get fined a whole lot, but you're gonna get through it." And it's just fun because like the dude's still rattling off how they're gonna beat up Hulk Hogan while Booker T's in the corner like, "Oh fuck, oh fuck," like having a meltdown over the thousands of dollars he's about to be fined.
him as fucking spinneroonies always get me, especially how they were trying to get Undertaker to do a spinneroonie.
The spinneroonie was a specific dance move that Booker T did that he would force other wrestlers to do.
Okay.
And no one was really good at it, so it was always making fun of them. So if he tried to get someone serious to do it, it was funnier.
Mhm.
And there was no one. There is still no one more serious in wrestling than the Undertaker.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. That's interesting.
He showed up in WrestleMania 40, by the way. Chokeslam Dwayne.
God no, please let him rest, please. You concussed him to ruin his streak. Please let him sleep.
You know, with all the shit that's going on now, you know the streak is undefeated now, technically.
What? What?
So
Hold on, time out. Preface for the guy who got kidnapped too much in his life to watch wrestling. WrestleMania, The Undertaker was undefeated in WrestleMania for so long and you can only have one match per year in it, so it's once per
Mhm.
year he'd show up, beat the fuck out of somebody, and go home. That it got called the Streak because he had the longest running winning streak in WrestleMania.
I know what a streak is.
Well, I didn't know. I thought maybe you thought it just meant running naked.
No, that's also where my mind goes, but I can context clues, figure out you're talking about wrestling, streak, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, I was gonna also explain. So Shorty brought this up on the first episode about Vince McMahon and the whole another lawsuit that's going on right now, and Brock Lesnar is also involved, and WWE is trying to hide or trying to remove anything related to Brock Lesnar. So that makes me wonder, even though it's probably not going to happen, technically the streak.
No,
is
they're not going to
undefeated.
strike his shit from the record.
I mean, I'd do it. I mean, especially with all like the information that
No,
happened.
no, you do not unbreak the fucking streak because I do not want to see a 78-year-old goddamn Undertaker stepping in the ring to lose the streak
Well,
to fucking Roman Reigns or some shit.
no, well,
I would
here's the thing.
fucking piss and shit myself in anger.
Fuck. Yeah. I mean, Ric Flair's still fighting. That motherfucker's like what, 83 right now?
Ric Flair's. God, that man has bled so much in the fucking ring. I don't want to see him in the ring anymore. He's gonna die.
He had his last match, and he came out, and he's like, "I'm not gonna stop."
I love it because he's had so many retirement matches where he's
For
like,
real.
"This is the last one, guys." I like the idea of him having a match and being like, "Yeah, fucking lie." Immediately going, "Yeah, fucking lad, I'm gonna wrestle some more." We all know it.
God. Oh man. But yeah, wrestling's the shit for me right now too. So
I mean, if you really wanted to put Ric Flair's career on ice, you'd just be like, "Hey, we hired New Jack. Have fun." Yeah, I'm-
New Jack.
From ECW, he was there for a little while.
Clarification.
New Jack is a wrestler who has been barred from all the big wrestling companies more or less because he's fucking violent.
He almost, but he got in a wrestling match with a teenager. Then the teenager lied about his age, and he did not know anything about wrestling. And New Jack basically tortured him during the whole match and got him like fucked up. He fucked him up really hard.
Yeah, New Jack is a wrestler well known for having like over injured opponents for the hell of it.
Sounds fun.
Dude, ECW was fucking crazy back then.
I mean, ECW never had like a sane moment.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, I've done an entire wrestling podcast for years. Let's not continue this conversation.
for
I
real.
will get stuck on it.
Me too. But
I'm so pissed that I found out someone took the name for my podcast. I hate fucking going on YouTube, typing in the name of the podcast I had, and looking at it being like, this motherfucker. You know what? It's a good name, and I guess no one's using it, but fuck, guy, come on.
Well, technically you did use it, but it wasn't the name of your...
It wasn't the name of my channel, but it wasn't the name of their channel either. I should have TM'd it.
Yep. Shit's going new.
how would you fucking TM something? Like, do you have to pay a fine as well to get?
Yeah,
it
there's
changed?
the whole like organization. You have
Fuck.
to pay money to.
Basically, get a lawyer to file it through.
Mm. All right, nice. I'll have to get that.
Yeah, because so many people are trying to steal this fake ass name.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I thought it meant something.
No, not really. It's just. I just thought of the name. I just thought it was really cool. You know, why not be creative with a fucking weird name for shits and giggles?
I mean, to be fair, it's helpful because when you type the name in Google or DuckDuckGo, if you don't like Google, it is the first thing that pops up.
That's also the reason why too.
Is this the only thing named that?
Yep.
We'll see in a week. Someone's gonna steal that shit.
Oh, those motherfuckers. But I ain't got nothing else to talk about at the moment. Do you guys have anything to talk about? You know,
I know two people are looking at Trevor right now, and I'm doing my damnedest not to.
I'm looking at both of y'all.
No,
I
I'm
can just
just
talk
looking
about
at you,
anything.
Taylor.
I just got here. I have no idea what to talk about.
So what you been up to? I mean, catching up besides,
You still got dogs?
Yeah. I mean, I've already been through like 2 of them, but I still have one dog.
What do you mean you've been through 2 of them?
Women.
Oh, women.
Oh.
Wow.
No.
Well,
You've
see,
been through
you
2
just
women?
put a little bit of
No,
peanut
women
butter
taking
on the
my
tip.
dogs.
What are you doing with these dogs, Trevor?
It's not me that's doing something with them. Other people kidnapping them.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I don't know.
He raises good dogs.
Then they get outside and they just disappear.
And they don't find a way to ollie and me back to him.
Nope. Probably drugged, thrown off the side of the road.
Oof.
Jesus Christ, Trevor.
It's true.
I like how you speak to the mic and you look at it like you're confused as to whether or not it's recording.
That's what
I
I'm.
don't want to hold this thing next to my face. I mean, no offense. It's just
I know. Like,
Just a little piss.
a little bit of piss.
Mm-hmm.
don't worry, it's clean. I disinfected it with.
Does not make me feel anything.
I know. I'm so sorry. This is on a shoestring budget. All right, I did what I can. But yeah,
Oh, do I more stories from me now?
Yeah, if you got any.
I mean, I've just been doing my work. I mean, it's funny to show up on this because I feel very comfortable despite how I look, and it's so fun to look at Trevor because like I've done like hundreds of hours worth of podcasting, and it's just funny to see someone who's new and just like that slight tremor in their voice. Because I know
That's just me talking. That has nothing to do with the mic.
I know, well, no, nothing to do with the mic. It's just you're nervous recording, and it's just fun to see because I walk up to so many people, and anytime I have to work with them, it's just like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Shut the fuck up. And then they get nervous, and I'm just like, you could have just been upfront about it. And I like it because Trevor's upfront of like, hey, dog, this is weird to me. And I was like, thank you for saying it's weird to you. I know where to start with you, and we can have a general conversation and walk forward.
I guess we could talk about that. Like, it took me a long time to finally not be able to be so nervous about recording with my voice and stuff for a long time, and it was scary a lot at first because like you would watch yourself not to say so much, like just repeat yourself basically. That was one of the biggest things I would do was repeat the same words more than once, and it would be kind of annoying. Then I would like get very critical about myself, then I would just stop, then redo it more than once. I hated that shit. But
Yeah, you'd like record something and you'd start watching it and be like, oh, I said that. Oh, fuck, I said that sentence
Yeah.
twice. I gotta erase the whole thing.
I was like, I can't. I gotta be like, not be constant, but also try to keep it from being too consistent with what I speak. If I
I really have nothing coming into these.
I mean, like,
Just no emotion whatsoever. You're just like, I'm just chilling with the boys.
No, it's not that. Like, I don't come in with any plans, or I just have random shit to.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like I wrote a whole thing I came in planned to do, and then Lima's just like went, start on, pass by it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'm not good at writing. I just whatever's talked about, I'll find something.
Also trying to get back into writing, trying to write just stuff that I like, just critiquing more than anything. Because, well, besides here that I work on this and do the podcast with you guys, I also do my own thing where I try to do reviews and shit. But it's so hard for me to actually learn. Well, not learn, but to write and shit.
Party
Alcohol
foul.
in isolation.
Alcohol in isolation?
Yep, that's the best way.
Really?
Yep.
Has that been you?
Maybe not getting like so drunk you can't function, but just like a little bit.
Yeah, like, letting loose, that helps. Like, kind of gives like an ignition to, oh, okay, I can start something from here. And that's not a bad idea. I'm going to have to do that.
Now, for me, I can't do that.
No.
Every time I get drunk and start doing something, I get mad at myself because I'm doing it worse than if I was doing it sober. And I get fucking so pissed. I was like, God damn it. Like, playing Smash Brothers with a friend. I can beat him. But I'm goddamn nearly blackout drunk and I'm losing. And I'm just like, can I stay conscious long enough to play this goddamn game and beat him? He does not deserve this win.
Yeah, I do the same shit when driving, man.
You look out at the other side and go, That motherfucker should not be beating me in this race.
Oh yeah, and it's a fucking cop.
Shit.
Goddamn spy hunter. He's throwing out a fucking tire trap. Shit.
No, I always spot the cops. Nikki gets mad at me because I was like, when growing up with my mom, she's always spot a cop, and so she like trained me to do that. Apparently, we had some stuff we shouldn't have.
Shit.
I
That's a
like the
life skill.
idea of you being in the passenger seat and you just point and go oink oink,
Yeah.
and your wife goes, "What? Oh fuck, cop."
And she's like, you don't point out every fucking cop. I was like, yeah, this is what we do.
You point out the dangers in the road.
Yeah. We were Mexican in like Phoenix, Arizona, like the Porsche part. So yeah, there were some rough cop situations.
Sorry, I was about to say timeout, but I realized you mean your mom and you, not your wife and you.
Yeah, my mom and I.
Yeah, because I was like, is your wife? I don't think your wife's Mexican.
No,
I think she's very white.
she is.
I never sold drugs, so.
Yeah, we did them more than sold them. We just needed some extra money.
Those two do
blue.
wild boy shit all the time. I'm sitting here like, I sat in a room and ate saltines for 13 years.
I don't
a lot
really
of
do wild
saltines.
shit. I really don't.
One episode ago, you were talking about having shit and piss yourself in somebody else's chicken coop in the middle of the night.
Chicken coop? One,
Yeah.
how'd you fit in there? And two,
Not a chicken
Well-
coop, a chicken house.
Sorry, chicken house.
I apparently broke into someone's chicken house thinking I was going to die on like 8 grams of mushrooms.
We will not tell you the whole story because that's in the previous episode, so you can just watch it, find out.
Fine.
Podcasting 101, you don't repeat things in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Come on, Trevor, keep up.
I was gonna
I just
ask
got
you,
here. I just got
were
here.
you like how Smokey was in Friday when he was just like in Debo's pigeon coop?
Pretty much.
You were like,
From what I remember. Yeah, it was fucked. And no, I just find myself in those situations. But they're all because I started it.
okay.
I just find myself in these situations. I did pick up the shroom, look at it, go, this shroom will get me high as fuck alone, and then made sure I was alone, and then devoured the mushroom. Don't know how it happened.
Like, not even that. Like, one time, not long ago, like a few years ago, I went with my family to Utah. We were going on this family camping trip. The Mormons, that family. And we had to fly to Vegas, stay there a night in a dingy ass hotel. And my Mormon ass grandma and my wife and my son stayed in this hotel room, and like the outlets, if you plug something in, it would just fall out of the plug. I had to like prop up a pillow just to charge my phone. It was the bathroom door wouldn't shut all the way. It was the fucking worst. But at the time I was working second shift or third shift, so I was up all night. I was like, I'm leaving. So I just left them in the room and I went off on my own with no money. And that was where I fucked up.
Just having a little Vegas adventure with no money.
Yeah, I had probably $20 to last the whole trip. So I decided to take 5 of it I just walked. It was like 15-minute walk to the strip. And then I just stopped at a ABC store, picked up a pint of vodka, and just started walking. And I couldn't buy anything else, so I was just walking up and down the strip, sipping vodka. And then apparently I got lost. Not apparently, I got lost. And then I remembered which direction I came, so I just started walking that way. And it ended up like a block away, but there was a big ass fence surrounding it. And I was like, I could see the hotel, so I climbed the fucking fence. And when I climbed the fence, I cut my hand. And then went back into the hotel room. Or as I was going in the hotel room, the room next to us, the door was cracked open. And you know those AC units outside the windows of hotel rooms?
Yeah.
On the ground level, was just like a big ass thing of whiskey, like hand rolled cigarettes, bunch of shit. And I looked in the door, and there was like 2 crackheads, like passed out in a bed. I'm sure they were doing heroin or something.
You just waltzed up in there?
I didn't walk in.
You weren't just like room for one more.
I didn't walk in.
Whiskey, rolled cigarettes. Just like,
I've got $15 left.
I did drink like half their whiskey, and before I went into my room, I like banged on their door, started screaming. They both jumped, and I ran in my room. So yeah, I didn't have to do all that, and I woke up like hungover and bloody.
No, in fact, you didn't have to do any of that.
No, but it was fun. $5.
Okay, I think I could finally tell this story. So one time I graduated from high school and I left my parents'
You're right.
house.
Damn it, beat me to it.
The-
I was trying to put the mic down to clap my hands, but I was like, where can I put the same thing?
This was back in 2017. So I left my parents' house for like a month. I was hanging out with my friend, staying there for a bit, and I went out on a chip run. AKA, I have like I was a teenager. I was spending my money on like stupid shit most of the time, so I would be buying a lot of food. And
Hey, no offense. When you say chip run and you literally mean you're going to buy chips, no need to put the AKA. Everyone understood it's potato chips.
yeah, but went over there and picked up some popcorn, flaming hot popcorns, and there's this older lady, and I went to go get my my snacks and stuff, and she was like, "Do you think you could give me a ride?" Reminder: I am very, very, very dumb. I am naive. I'm 18. I just turned 18. I left my parents' house. I didn't know what I was doing. So I said, okay, I'll give you a ride wherever you need to go. Then I'm heading my way. She's like, do you want me to pay you for gas? I was like, no, not really. I mean, you got weed? She was like, I can get you weed. I was like, okay. And I didn't get no weed, by the way. I didn't get nothing out of this situation.
You got a good life lesson. I can assure
Oh no,
you of
yeah,
that.
it gave me a good life lesson already. Because like, no, it gets weirder and weirder. And I've told Shorty this question, and he was like, I told Shorty this story, not question. He was like, you were dumb.
Hey, you don't have to tell me the story.
No, but
You
I
tell me
want to.
that section. Well, I mean, do tell me the story. I appreciate my time with you.
Mhm.
But I mean, like, without telling me the story and just telling me that preface, I can tell you, hey, dog, you tripped at the starting line. You've done some things that have set you up for trouble.
So here's the thing. Going back to that story though, this lady, I don't remember her name either. She was telling me that I have to go drop her off at this place and go take her out this place. I was like, okay. And we went to a laundromat not too far from here, and she apparently knows this guy that they were having a conversation about. And they told me, do you think you take us to a place? I said, okay. So we drove over there, and they went to the bathroom. I didn't know what was going on, so I just waited it out, not realizing I could have just left.
So you offered to help this person and take them somewhere,
Yes.
and then they were like, "Hey, now you gotta take us over here," and you took them over there and waited on them.
Yeah.
While they finished having sex in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. No. Though here's the thing, though. Like, before they even did anything, I see these fuckers doing some shit. They have like a bottle cap, and it had like white substance on it. I don't know what it was.
Sounds like GHB.
GHB? I don't know what that is. So.
Okay, Google it. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. But anyway.
It stands for good happy boner.
Oh. Anyway, I was thinking it was probably smack or meth or some shit like that. I didn't really know. So I just stepped away from the bathroom and I just completely let them be. And I just waited it out. They were high as shit. The individual that we picked up, he was cutting his shirt to make a tank top out of it for some reason. And here I am just like, what do I do here? I just want to go home.
You leave, motherfucker. They don't have your name.
I
You
was
don't
like,
really owe him anything at that point.
I was
You
trying to-
helped them have sex. You've already done your job, Cupid. Go home.
I left, but the thing is that I
Oh my
was too
God.
tired to drive. So I asked the
So you
dude, I
asked
was
one
like,
of them
dude,
to
you know
drive
what? Just you fucking drive, do whatever. You guys find the place. I'm watching you. I'll be wait the whole fucking time. You drive the car now.
You
They
gave them your car?
They were. I was riding passenger, and the guy was like, "Do you want something to eat?" And I said, sure, I'll take whatever. He's like, is a Subway sandwich all right? This motherfucker comes in carrying this fucking Subway sandwich like a fucking child, like this. I'm like, I'll take it. And next thing we know, we drove out of the Walmart, drove to the place. I took my car back. I left. I went back to my friend's house. Talked to him like, dude, I don't even want to fucking leave for the rest of the day. I'm just gonna stay home, stay here, and not talk to anybody. Just be isolated.
I've made 17 decisions today. None of them were right. Let me lay down.
And
Oh my god, dude.
by the end of the adventure, I was watching that Zach Galifianakis movie about the I forgot, they were doing a heist, and that quote, "You gave me a fucking fart transplant." That's the only thing I remember from that whole fucking movie. But
Masterminds.
Masterminds, that's the name of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned my lesson. Never ever give any help anymore.
Yeah, no, you don't do that. You can do one location rides and be like, hey, can you take me to the Walmart? And you're like, cool. Yeah, Walmart's a big public open place. I can take you there. You don't
Start a
go,
business,
hey,
call it
can you
back
go to
away.
1707 Chestnut Street? And it's like, that's very specific.
What'd you say,
I'm
Trevor?
going to die.
Just start a business. Like, that'll be your whole staple.
What, pimping people out?
Not pimping.
I'm
Pimping out your car.
Pimp
Yeah,
Uber.
pimping out your car, yeah.
No, fuck that. I've done something similar where I put myself in a knowingly possible rough situation, but it was for a reason. I just got off work and it was late, and there was this dude at the gas station, like a tweaker. He had like a fucking duffel bag and shit at the gas station, making the workers uncomfortable because like he wouldn't leave, and he was asking people for rides. And I could tell that the workers were uncomfortable because he was fucking weird, and he must have been on something.
Was he cleaning windshields?
No, not cleaning windshields, just asking people for rides.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
That's where
I
you
could
went
just
wrong.
drop this dude off down the street, and if something happens, I'll figure it out. I can handle my own. So I was like, yeah, man, get in the car. And I just took him, and while we're on the way, he's like, hey, by the way, I got a gun. I was like, okay. And he was talking about it, and he was talking about how they got the serial numbers off and shit. And he was like, I just dropped them off somewhere in downtown.
Probably got scared you're going to kidnap him.
I might have kidnapped him.
He's sitting there being like, tell you about how dangerous he is, and you're just like, yeah, I got an unserialed gun too, and you just whip your dick out.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? Never mind, I want to go home.
Let me out.
This motherfucker's crazier than me.
Yeah, I didn't really give a shit. That's why I knew like I can handle crazy people. But yeah, I did a good thing that night. I dropped him off in the middle of a street like these where you're living,
Mhm.
like these streets, somewhere in a random street.
Oh, so I got like some weird kidnapper around living around.
That was months ago.
Oh.
That was about 2 years ago.
He's probably still around.
No. Shit.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Nah, it's nothing.
He's starved by now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Post stuff in the dumpster.
he's in a bando somewhere.
He failed to clean his fucking unserialed gun and shot himself.
Honestly, hope so.
I've
Man, how much of a loser do you have to be for the most important thing for you to say? Like, the most interesting about you is like, I've got a gun that I scraped with a knife. It's like,
It's-
all right, cool.
Why didn't he just show it to you?
Do you have any hobbies?
He was cringy as fuck. No, he just put it in my glove box. I was like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Wait, you tried to put the gun in your glove
Mhm.
box?
ooh.
To hide it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because the person that he shot recently, he doesn't want to keep the gun he shot.
Yeah, like if I didn't
Yeah.
kick him out, he was just gonna hop out, and then the gun would have been mine to deal with. Nah, not me.
Fuck
It's
that.
like, when you try to take it out of the glove box, you'll put your fingerprints over my fingerprints. This, the perfect crime.
No, that's just some dumb shit. Oops.
Okay, good. No, I have another story, but it was more like dumb, because this was around the time I met Brenda. We all went to a Halloween party at the club down south by here. There's a club, and we were gonna go there because they were doing this Halloween party, and I went to where Brenda and her friend were at, Didn't realize it was considered the ghetto at all. Wasn't aware of anything. I've never been to this part. And next thing I know, her friend, I don't know what their partner, they invited this individual in who lives next door. I'm given this information just now, so I'm like, okay, I don't know who these people are, so I don't know what to do. So I told Brenda, we need to get out of here. Something's gonna happen. I figure something's gonna happen. So we just automatically left. So we left to the club, and when we go over there, we didn't even go to the club at all. Next thing we know, we get a call from Brenda's friend saying they are trying to come inside. We told them they needed to leave, but now they're just causing a disturbance for us now. I'm like, okay. So we went to go pick her up, and the thing is that we had other people there. Somebody had their pistol. I'm like, okay, so I've never been in this type of situation. So everybody had to sneak out from the back because they were at the front. And everybody snuck out. We left, and that was it. That was the end of the story. Somebody just thought that they were gonna be a friendly host. Turned out to be a little bit weird. I didn't really know what exactly happened, but apparently it got really, really uncomfortable real quick, though.
Hey, pulling out just being like, I've got a gun in a room of people who don't think anything's happening does make it pretty strange pretty quick.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, they gave me a bottle to defend the ladies. I was like, okay.
Thanks. I will use
Thanks.
this. I will use this against the gun. I'll deflect the bullet and die.
Okay, hold on. Let me re-clarify that. The gun was with the person who we were going to go to the club with. They had it in case if anything happens.
Oh, okay.
My bad. My fault. That was my fault. So it's a good thing I re-clarified that right now.
You good? You good?
And yeah, that was really weird. I didn't know that where that part that I was, parked at was really, really dangerous. I didn't know that was a really dangerous place until I got done talking to Brenda. I was like, so what's going on over there? She's like, oh, well, her partner lives at the ghetto because it was really affordable, but you can understand what happened now. Now that we're at your place, I was like, yep. Dude, that was scary. I'm not gonna lie. I've never been to an actual ghetto, but like that was fucking weird. It was like really dark and dingy. There's only one light. There's like multiple cars everywhere driving around, fucking loud music playing all the time. I was like, holy shit, I've never been here.
It activated every ounce of your I don't want to be here. It's not bright enough. There's too many noises.
There's like a gas station close by that sells wings.
There are streetlights.
Wait, hold on. That's a good. Hold on. No, time out. You said bad things to that last one. That last one's a good thing. Gas stations that serve wings are good.
Well, she told me that afterwards. She told me all this information because.
Oh yeah, the neighborhood's shit. Everything's loud and dark and violent, but they do have the wing gas stop. If you want to hit that up real quick, that's the one redeeming feature.
I really do want to go back and try those wings though, because she told me they're really great.
It's got to be good.
They got to be good, and they're like
If you not get robbed or to actually sell there, they got to be good.
Yeah, it's like any place you buy food that looks like it could murder you. That food's going to be good.
Fuck yeah. Especially like Chinese takeout. Well, when you see those faded ass menus, you know it's gonna be good too.
Yeah, the place has been in business for 30 years. Oh, it's got to be in business for a reason.
Fuck yeah, give me some General Tso's.
That's like every restaurant you ever go to. That's because they're laundering money there. The food's so good.
A lot of MSG, but it's fucking good.
You two never been to a restaurant where it's very obvious they're laundering money?
Yeah, I've been to a couple.
Okay.
I've actually not.
Like, the quality of the food is really good, but also it's like 6 p.m. and no one's fucking there except for that one table of people that have been there and they haven't ordered any food.
The furniture's really nice, but like all the cutlery is old as fuck. Like they didn't put money in anything else.
Like there's one old lady cooking in the back who's like clearly related to one of the people sitting at the table that have not ordered anything.
What the fuck? I'm gonna have to keep an eye out now.
Yeah, because like they always launder money through a restaurant where it's like, yeah, my mother really wanted to be like own a restaurant, so we're just gonna crack one open for her, make it a restaurant, let her be kind of the proprietor while we launder our money through it.
It's dope.
Yeah, it's fulfilling a dream while also handling your crime business. It's great.
I've a lot of people have been, there has been like an actual conspiracy theory about that. Close by here there is a Pizza Hut that used to be like a walking distance. Now they moved that Pizza Hut close by, farther away to the highway, and people have been saying that Pizza Hut is a money laundering scheme because nobody's fucking there at all. Even when it was here close by my house, there was never fucking activity. There was only 2 cars parked there most of the time. And somehow, I've been told that a lot of people have worked there more than once. I'm like, well, how the fuck? How?
Yeah, I don't know anyone who eats Pizza Hut.
It's really good pizza, though. Like it's not bad. I kind of fuck with it.
I want to know who the fuck's keeping open Long John Silver's.
Wait, there's actually one here?
Yeah,
I keep meaning to go to one.
it's right down the road.
No.
Well, that's Captain D's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love me some Captain D's. Other than like their honey mustard makes me sick, but
I've never.
Because you're talking about the Long John Silver's that used to be over there by the highway,
Probably.
close by the Taco Bell and the Waffle House.
hmm
Yeah, that used to be a Long John Silver's way back then.
Long John Silver's, Captain D's. I don't see how they're open. I don't see people going there.
I used to go to a Captain D's at least once a month when I was a child.
How many times do you get food poisoning?
None, but I had like reactions to the honey mustard always. Like if I ate there with no honey mustard, I'm like, okay, cool. The food was not as good. Then if I eat with the honey mustard, I get home and I go, I'm gonna go make some bathroom chili.
Okay, gross.
Neither of you are eating. And he specifically talked about me getting sick from eating the food.
That's fair.
And goddamn, I love calling it bathroom chili.
Yeah, when I was in a metal band, 3 of the guys met at Captain D's where they worked, and they all called it the dick suck. There's no point to that.
I guess that's what the D's for.
Well, I mean,
Mm.
or like their manager, they knew very much why the manager was the manager.
Sucking dick.
Hey, you got the joke. You're getting there, buddy.
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't know this shit about the money laundering scheme. Now I gotta look out for all my favorite restaurants now. Thank you, Taylor.
That's no problem. I'm glad to shed some insight.
I have to get my money's worth too.
You gonna go put in your application?
Maybe. No, it's just a joke. No. That's the only stories I can tell y'all right now because I don't really have that many stories. Oh, well, there was this one time when we went to the Pink Pony and me and my cousin Oz, there was a lady who was just twerking in front of us. Like, she was like, we were in the car and the lady was doing us a free show of her twerking.
That
She's
she was
probably drunk.
applying.
She's probably drunk. Just
Oh,
having
no,
fun.
she was. The husband was trying to get her back into the car. And she's like, no,
No, I want to work here.
I sent the video to Tony, and I got a response back. He's like, God, you got a fat ass.
It does sound like Tony.
He asked me, but he's like, what the fuck? Who was that lady? I was like, it was some random lady who was twerking in front of us.
Hell yeah.
And she was giving she was throwing money at the strippers and everybody. It was like so that was her.
I like how you're
motion.
throwing money derogatorily.
That was her hand motion too. She was doing that hand motion the whole time. Like, here you go, take some money.
Weirdly passive aggressive.
Really passive aggressive.
Just like she's like, yeah, I'm paying you because you deserve it, but I don't want to be up there.
Fuck. But that's what I got to talk about. I don't know if you guys have anything else to talk about.
I've had to stop myself like 4 times because I was gonna overshare something.
I mean, yeah, that's a good thing you don't overshare.
Yeah, I mean, you share what you feel comfortable
Yeah.
with.
Most of the time, it just comes out.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes, like, there have been a couple times I've left and gone home and be like, fuck, probably shouldn't have said that.
I mean, if you have problems with that, you can, as we're probably going to do in this moment right here,
You guys can always tell
we
me.
can just be like, hey, can you edit that?
Yeah,
I
and
know.
like cut
It's
it from the.
never a problem. Like
I don't give a shit.
True.
You're saying you don't give a shit, but you're also like, on the way home, I was beating myself up about it. It's like, oh, then we don't have to do it if you're beating
Nah,
yourself
it's all good.
Like, don't feel pressured about it, and just be like, well, you can fix it.
Nah, I'm not worried about it.
Like, as long as that number right there goes over 1 hour, we've got plenty of buffer.
And I can just edit everything and just cut it in between.
Yeah, I know how it works. Thank you.
I don't know.
Just trying to reassure you.
Hey, yeah, this is reassurance, not explaining. This is reassurance.
Well, I'm good.
But
Love you so much.
Love you too, Trevor.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's no problem.
But I think that's it. Are you guys done for the year?
I mean, I'll keep shooting the shit afterwards outside of this,
I
but
can do whatever.
That's true. I'm down.
I mean, I'm fucking hungry. I texted you saying, hey, I'm gonna be on my way. I might be a little late getting food. Not knowing Trevor was gonna be later than he was, I didn't get food. I just came straight here like, I don't want to be late.
I got food. They give you a burger.
I mean, I'll probably go get a burger.
Okay.
Oh, what's your go-to burger place?
I mean, for a long time it was Burger King. Now it's just like, where's the closest one? I don't care. As long as it's not McDonald's.
Yeah, I can go for the quarter pounder though. From there, that's the only I could eat.
Yeah, it's just like McDonald's worked as hard as they possibly could to kill the dollar menu. And I'm like, I want the dollar menu to exist. Please stop doing this.
I want them McChickens with extra mayonnaise.
I do the McGangbang.
A McDouble, McChicken, you still have the McDouble halfway open. You throw the McChicken in there. You put the top of the McDouble back on the McChicken McDouble, and you slap it together. And you eat it.
You ever try it?
No, actually, I never.
It's fine.
McDouble and a McChicken, you just combine them.
I definitely need to try that combo. Is it fulfilling though?
Yeah, it's fucking. Big.
Oh, yeah. If you're a college student, it's fucking great.
Fuck yeah. I'm not a college student.
Like, back when those two items were items on the dollar menu, I'd walk in there and slam that shit.
And that was like $3. Something like that.
It wasn't exactly $2,
Dude.
unfortunately.
Buying 2 bags of chips now is like $7.
Mm-hmm.
I can go buy a plate of Chinese food if I wanted to at that point.
Bullshit.
Yeah, local food is gonna be cheaper than a lot of the processed shit right now. It's just like, hey, you got to start eating better. Luckily, you can now
Damn it.
with our new sponsor, Nature Bots.
Damn it. We need more food places here. Like, not like Mexican. I really want like a Jamaican place here.
Bro, I just want a Korean place
A Korean.
I
Don't you have a
fuck
Korean
with-
place close by you?
in Huntsville.
Oh. Which one though?
There's like I heart Korea.
I have their kimchi.
Listen, when Shinsuke was open in Huntsville, I'd hit there all the fucking time. Mr. Park was so cool and his wife could cook so well.
The fucking kimchi though.
What?
It's very
Don't laugh at
fucking
Mr. Park. I fucking
No, I
love
wasn't
Mr.
even
Park.
listening.
Oh, okay.
Me and Trevor were just over here.
All right, I think that's enough. But
Dude, I gotta piss.
go piss. Oh, that's like an
Go
hour.
piss, girl.
Oh, I'm already doing it.
It's called.
I mean, it's far enough away from the mics that I don't mind if you're pissing. Oh, you stop. Have you stopped recording or not?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Okay.
We'll see you guys later. You guys have a good one.
See you soon.